Alright, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to make a shirt here. I got this super average man, and you can see I got lines all the way around him. In the front I got the this line here that I outlined with the intro plated curve here, and all I did was follow the basic outline of the body, something like this. I'm going to go a little bit further out so you can see better in the video. And once I had this line here, all I did was select the polyline and approximately tap the space bar to bring it down, one constraint. And we're going to validate that. Now what I want to do is figure out how many points will it take to go follow this curve, and I want to keep them the lowest possible, but I don't want to have too many. So if I select this one, approximately 18 points was low enough to still follow this curve, but not too high. So with this line selected, all I did was a vertex modeling, and I just started climbing by clicking here and keep an eye on the points down here. And you can collapse DG and keep on going. I'm going to overshoot it to 22 in the video, no big deal. This is a little demonstration. Then when I did this, I selected the straight line, select the bend tool, then select the curve over here. Now that made that curve. Then what I did was just select this one here and delete it. And I located this one over here and use this cube to scale it if you need to scale it. Once you're going to scale it and you align it, I kind of got it off the side, it needs to be way over here. Then I used the line tool, then I used the 2D symmetry to mirror it to the other side. And I'm going to be pausing this video in and out so you can see what's going on. So once I did that one, I'll just go ahead and delete this since I already got one. And I'm going to go into a side view. Now the front and the back is not symmetrical, so I was not able to mirror that. And I did the front with the intro plated curve, then use the bend tool, and same way with the back. And I came up with something like this. Go into correct view here, and what I did was, once I had this set up, I go ahead and hide this guy again one more time. As you can see, I got a circle down here. I'll go ahead and delete this, and what I use is the circle right here, and use this 2.1 and select here and lock this constraint in so it goes into a correct constraint. Undo that here. Do that one more time. And validate it and turn it down like this. Alright, this one has 14, but on my previous one I had 20. So we're just going to go ahead and delete that. And another thing I did is, when I made these sides here, I'll go into a side view. Sometimes when you make that straight line then follow this bend here, sometimes this will be small, so grab this cube here and adjust it like the height right here. Alright, it's jumping around on me. So what I wanted to do was, if you see this one on the side here, what I wanted to do was kind of match the height to something approximate to the ones on the left to right there, or side view, I guess, whatever you want to call it. Alright, what I want to do now is I want to select this circle down here and activate the symmetry, and I'm going to select this point here want to get it in where it barely touches the body. Let me zoom in a little bit further. And I'm looking at the edge too, not just the point. And if the edge gets too far in the body where I can't see it, I want to bring it back out just a little bit. Alright, let's take a look at that all the way around. It looks fairly decent. We're just going to eyeball it and get close. And we're going to move here. And all these lines up here on the top, from the front to back, to left to right, they all have equal amount of points. This one has 18. And what I did was took this one here and used a snap a line and went all the way around it. Pause the video. Alright, we need to go to the top of the line here, and I'm going to I know this point here, the y-axis is 6108, and since this was symmetrical, the other side will be the same. But I'm worried about these ones here. I want to make this all flush across the top. Then I use this one here. It's got the 3 points. And I want to make this one 20 also. Let's go ahead and delete that one. Alright, this one was 20. And we're going to scale this down and try to bring it as close as we can into the center. Let's go to the top view here, take a look at this. As you can see here, it looks like I got this one line back here out of whack, so I'll fix that here in a second. It kind of looks like I jumped the gun here on this one, so let's move this one over to the right just a little bit. Always do top views and just kind of look around. And we also got another one over here. Alright, that we got that fixed now. We are going to go to vertex modeling, and we're going to go to the Gordon surface. We're going to select this circle here. Don't take my word for word on this video tutorial. I don't know if these actually need to be touching points to end, but we're just gonna, since this is out of whack here, we're just gonna have to do our best to see what happens. So that's selected, the circle. We're gonna select the Gordon surface, select here, the circle again, here, press the enter key, and we're going to click around here, highlight all these, and press the enter key. Alright, we're going to collapse the DG here, and we're going to go into a side view, and we're going to activate the transparency, and we're going to bring this up uniform with the cube here, and I'm just going to try matching one of the sides best I can. I think I'm going to go with the back side first, the tightest I can. Then from here on out, if you want to start to shape this, you could actually work in one half and mirror the other half later. So if this needs to be into the body just a little bit more, so we can use the soften brush here. As you can see, you can bring it in just a little bit and just work your way around the model. As you can see here, it's coming through the super average man. Let's validate this and just give this guy a color here. I'll pause the video again so we can see what we're doing. And we're going to go ahead and use the soften brush again. If you go too much, it'll go through the character or you can hold the shift key. That works on the inflate. Let me see, hold on a minute. Let's do the inflate on that. See, inflate, still goes in, hold the shift key, comes back out. There we go. So we're going to, now this might work different on certain things, so what you want to do is keep your strength down, and we'll set this up a little bit. You just want to do a little bit at a time. I'm just going to do half the model, and then I'll end up mirroring the other half. As you can see right here, went through the body, hold the shift key, bring it out just a little bit. Also want to work with the size probably a little bit big there, so it don't because if I do it real small here, it's going to be really choppy. So let's kind of bring this up a little bit. Let's go even more than this. I'm going to try finishing up most I can with a soften brush. Alright, you can see I did the left side, but I didn't do the other side. As you can see, it's all screwed up over there. That's okay. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide this guy here. Select the face mode, make sure transparency is on. I'm going to select over here, and I'm just going to delete the back side, or where the worst side I'm at. Select the face mode, select loop, and do it for the side here. And we want to straighten these lines out, and this is going in the x-axis, so we'll just zero these out. And we're going to mirror this to the other side. And we're going to go ahead and weld all. Now you can see the side over here is a lot better. Alright, with symmetry on, we're going to go into the side view mode here. If you notice, the character wireframe's not on, and I have the wireframe on the shirt. You can change that in preference to have one on and one off when it's selected. And I want to find out where I'm going to cut the hole for the sleeve here, and I'm going to, this looks like a good area right here, so what I'll do is just highlight a couple of these here, drag down. I may need to go lower, but I'm going to go ahead and delete these and see what it looks like so far. I'm kind of debating if I need to go a little bit further down here. And we'll go ahead and delete them. Take a look at that. As you can see, when I made these lines for this, the profile of this character from left to right when I first started, and front to back, and keeping little polygons, it's easy for me to work with. So this is looking pretty good so far. Alright, I need to find out how many points is in this square that I just cut out, so I'll select the edge here and loop it and use the curve extraction. This is going to tell me I got 14 points. So what, I'll go ahead and delete this, go into the side view, and we'll use the line tool, circle from center, and we'll set this to 14 points. We'll go on the top view, and we want this to about touch the mesh here, kind of. And we want it centered here. And what we want to do is go ahead and we're going to go ahead and select the mesh. select the points, and we're going to hold this triangle and hold the shift key, and we're going to start snapping these to these points. Alright, with that done, make sure when you're doing this, when you're snapping these points, do not grab a point over here and overlap another polygon. That's, you're going to have a bad day. And now you can see the shirt is starting to take shape. And we'll have the curve here. And we'll activate the man here. And we're going to loop this here. And we can do all kinds of scaling to where we need it. I'm just going to kind of eyeball this right now. I'm not going to really get into really fine tuning this here. Then we're going to go ahead and use the control key, and we're going to scale in. And when I get to a certain point, I want to pull the mesh inwards. We'll hide this so you can see it. And when I do that, I might need to go into selection mode. Then when I hold the control key, it goes in the angle that it's set at. So let's take a look at that. And let's give this some subdivision, take a look at it. Of course, I'm going to need to scale this up here in a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead and do the one for the top up here. We'll loop this around. Let's go back into world mode first. And we'll kind of scale this in a little bit. Hold the control key and do it again. Alright, let's subdivide this and take a look. And let's go ahead and do one for the bottom too. Let's give it a little bit of fake thickness here, so I'll just bring this up a little bit and just kind of tweak it out to the side just a little bit. You might want to give it some subdivision and scale out and take a look around. Make sure it's not poking back out to the outside. And that's basically how you get a shirt. And thank you very much.